Up in the mountains, Ryan was training with his teacher, who is the sword master that came into the library to look for him before. After the training, the teacher was impressed at Ryan's sudden commitment towards training, but still felt disappointed that he couldn't use schema, which was something similar to that of a mage's spirit zone. Being able to use schema was necessary in order for him to become a true knight. But while the teacher was thinking to himself, one of the Ojen family's servants came running towards them, which Ryan, being confused as to why the servant had shown up in such a hurry, Ryan tried to dismiss him. But the servant told him that his sister had sent him, and that he must hurry back to the mansion because Ariane was in danger, and he might die. Now being aware of the situation, Ryan asked his teacher if he could return, but was denied permission. His teacher further explained that even though one must not abandon their friends, a noble befriending a commoner was unsightly, and should just ignore Ariane. But with Ryan's persistence, he was granted permission after making a promise with his teacher, and quickly left for the mansion. At the mansion, Ariane could be seen kneeling before the Ojen family head, in shock, after being told that he will be executed as punishment for just being friends with Ryan. The family head then asked if Ariane had anything to say, and Ariane only had one thing to ask, and that is what would happen to Ryan. But after being met with a strong response from the family head saying that Ryan is a noble compared to him, and as such, he would not receive any punishment. After hearing that, Ariane felt relieved and started to admit being friends with Ryan for a long time. And after confessing, he was taken away while the butlers and maids knew he was innocent, but had no choice but to stand and watch. Right in that moment, Ryan bursted through the door and opposed his father's judgment by saying he will never let that happen. His father was surprised that Ryan, who had never voiced his opinions before, suddenly stood up for someone, and not just anyone, but a commoner at that. He then reminded Ryan how inferior he is compared to his brother, and his lack of talent. But Ryan still stood up for Ariane regardless of the insults his father threatened him. Then, after being asked a difficult question, which was to prove their friendship, Ryan's grandfather appeared and demanded to hear everyone's thoughts on the matter. And after Ariane had gained a lot of support, even from Ryan's tyrant brother, who admitted that Ariane was a good person, and his sister, Ryan's father, laughed, but still stood by the family head's decision of them not being friends, but decided to let Ariane go free as a favor in return for them agreeing with his decision. Ariane, being as honest and straightforward, told Ariane's grandfather that he cannot give up his friendship with Ryan, which angered him greatly. Ryan, experiencing everything that was happening, decided to do one final thing that no one could go against, which was swearing a knight's oath to be Ariane's sword, which not even the noble Ojen family could go against. In the end, they had no choice but to accept their friendship. But being a noble family, they were too prideful to have their son swear an oath to a commoner, and decided to adopt Ariane so he could become a noble and attend the Magic Academy, which was exclusive to nobles. But while discussing it with Ariane's parents, his father was still skeptical about everything that had happened, but saw it as a good opportunity for Ariane to become great. Even after Ariane had refused adoption, he grew desperate and told everyone in the room that him and Ariane wasn't related by blood, and that he was probably a noble's child, and that it would be great if they adopt him, which surprised everyone, including Ariane. Ariane had already knew that they weren't related by blood, but considered them as his one and only mother and father, and after appealing to their emotions, they agreed on him not being adopted, which posed a problem for the Ojen family. But they quickly found a solution, which was for Ryan's grandfather to talk to the Magic Academy principal, as they were friends, and asked for a special exception for Ariane. But to his surprise, the principal at the academy had already met Ariane before. He was the same magic teacher that Ariane had encountered as a child, and after careful consideration, he decided to accept Ariane. Ariane, now coming of age, had to say goodbye to his parents one more time, but this time, he won't have to worry about them, as the Ojen family will take care of them. And now, entering the carriage and leaving for the Magic Academy with the same butler from the Ojen family that had given him the offer when he was a child guiding him, to finally start his journey of becoming a mage. And that brings us to the end of the second part of this manhwa. If you have any comments, you can let me know in the box down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.